magician has had, check this out, nearly 400 million views.
You're the best quick change artist we have ever seen. Yeah.
Solange Kardinaly.
From the very first moment she stepped onto the stage of America's Got Talent, Solange Kardinaly had the world spellbound. But what if I told you that behind every costume change and every illusion, there's a story far more unbelievable than any magic trick? A story filled with triumphs, but also unimaginable heartbreak. Solange Kardinaly may have wowed audiences with her magical abilities, but her life outside the spotlight is where the real magic and tragedy unfolds. In this video, we're peeling back the curtain on Solange's extraordinary journey. From her childhood immersed in magic to her rise on the world's biggest stage, and the painful sacrifices she made along the way. Stay with us till the end as we uncover not just the triumphs, but the struggles, the untold family secrets, and a shocking twist you never saw coming. This is the untold story of Solange Kardinaly. Solange Kardinaly stepped into the world of magic, not as a mere novice, but as an heiress to a dynasty of illusionists. Born into a family deeply entrenched in the ancient art of magic, her journey was destined from the very beginning. Her story, filled with captivating performances, personal sacrifices, and groundbreaking achievements, is one that transcends the boundaries of magic itself. Solange has not just performed. She has lived and breathed magic, shaping it into a spectacle that leaves audiences spellbound. In 2024, as Solange took the stage of America's Got Talent, the world watched with bated breath. For those who hadn't followed her journey, she was just another contestant. But for those in the know, Solange Kardinaly was nothing short of a legend in the making. And when the music of Madonna's Material Girl filled the theater, Solange transformed before their very eyes. Costumes changed in a blink, magic unfolded in seamless elegance, and the audience was left in sheer awe. It was a moment destined for the history books, but for Solange, it was a deeply personal victory. This performance wasn't just about impressing the judges, it was about honoring her father's memory. Every costume change, every illusion carried the weight of her family's legacy, a legacy that began long before the world knew her name. The roots of Solange's magic can be traced back to the quiet town of Vila Nova de Barquinha in Portugal, where she was born in the late 1980s. Her family had been practicing magicians for generations. Her grandfather was a revered magician in Europe, known for his classic illusions and traditional approach to magic. Solange's father, following in his footsteps, was a respected figure in the Portuguese magic scene, blending the old with the new and keeping the family's name alive in the industry. From an early age, Solange was immersed in the world of illusion. Family gatherings were more than just reunions. They were showcases of magical talent. Her father would perform for guests, and little Solange, wide-eyed and mesmerized, would watch from the sidelines. It wasn't long before she was trying out tricks of her own, much to her family's delight. At the tender age of 4, Solange performed her first trick, a simple card trick taught to her by her grandfather. The joy of seeing her family and friends' reactions lit a spark within her. But it wasn't just the reactions that drew her in. It was the art of magic itself. Solange was fascinated by the intricacies of each trick, the sleight of hand, the delicate balance between illusion and reality. Her father saw this passion in her and began to nurture it. From the age of 6, Solange was learning the foundations of magic. Her father insisted that she master the basics before moving on to more complex illusions. He believed that to be a great magician, one had to understand the history and fundamentals of the craft. And so, Solange spent hours practicing the simplest tricks, card shuffles, coin vanishes, and rope escapes, until she could perform them flawlessly. But magic wasn't just about tricks, it was about performance. Solange's father emphasized the importance of showmanship. But magic wasn't just about tricks, it was about performance. Solange's father emphasized the importance of showmanship. A magician's greatest tool isn't their hands, it's their personality, he would often say. Solange took this advice to heart, studying not only the technical aspects of magic, but also the art of captivating an audience. She would spend hours in front of a mirror, practicing her facial expressions, perfecting her posture, and developing her stage presence. By the time she was 10, Solange was performing alongside her father at local events and small-town fairs. The crowd's reactions fueled her desire to push further, to perfect her craft and make a name for herself in the world of magic. But while she enjoyed the smaller performances, Solange dreamed of something bigger. She wanted to take her magic beyond Portugal, to become an international sensation. Like the magicians she admired on television. The first steps into magic. At the age of 10, Solange took her first step toward realizing her dreams when she entered the Magic Valongo competition in Portugal. It was her first major competition, and the stakes were high. Competing against seasoned magicians, many of whom were twice her age, Solange knew she had to stand out. For weeks, she worked tirelessly on her routine. A quick change act that blended traditional magic with modern fashion. The day of the competition arrived, and Solange felt a mix of excitement and nerves. She was the youngest competitor by far, and the pressure weighed heavily on her shoulders. But as soon as she stepped onto the stage, all of her nerves melted away. The spotlight hit her, and she was in her element. The routine Solange performed at the Magic Valongo competition was nothing short of revolutionary for someone of her age. Her quick change act was both mesmerizing and seamless, a delicate balance of timing, precision, and theatricality. As each costume change occurred in the blink of an eye, the audience sat on the edge of their seats, completely absorbed in the spectacle unfolding before them. It was clear from that moment that Solange wasn't just another aspiring magician. She was something special. The applause was thunderous when she finished her act, and as she took her final bow, she could feel the weight of her family's legacy resting proudly on her shoulders. To no one's surprise, Solange won the competition. Not only was she the youngest competitor, but she also managed to walk away with the top prize, a feat that hadn't been accomplished by someone of her age in years. Her victory marked the beginning of her ascent in the world of magic, but for Solange, it was just the beginning. Winning the Magic Valongo competition gave her a taste of what success in the magic world felt like, but it also opened doors she hadn't imagined. Suddenly, she was being invited to perform at various magic festivals and events across Portugal. Her name began circulating in magician circles, and she was even gaining attention from international talent scouts. However, despite her early success, Solange remained humble. Her father reminded her that the journey was far from over, and that the path to becoming a true master of the craft required dedication, discipline, and constant reinvention. With her father's advice always in mind, Solange threw herself into her studies, both academic and magical. She continued to hone her quick change act, but also began exploring other aspects of magic, from card tricks to larger-scale illusions. She wanted to be more than a one-trick pony. She wanted to become a well-rounded magician who could captivate audiences with a wide range of performances, breaking through the national scene. By the time Solange was in her late teens, she was a well-known figure in Portugal's magic community. She had performed at countless local festivals and magic conventions, impressing audiences with her quick change act and her growing repertoire of illusions. But despite her success, Solange was eager to expand her horizons and take her magic to the next level. Her big break came in 2006 when she was invited to participate in the hit Portuguese reality TV show Circo das Celebridades, Celebrity Circus, where she was asked to teach magic to a group of celebrities. The show was a huge success, and it gave Solange the opportunity to showcase her talents to a much broader audience. As one of the youngest instructors on the show, Solange stood out not only for her talent but also for her poise and professionalism. She quickly became a fan favorite, and her appearances on the show helped catapult her to national fame. By the time the show concluded, Solange was no longer just a rising star in the magic world. She was a household name. Offers to perform on television and at high-profile events began pouring in, and it became clear that Solange was destined for even greater things. In 2018, Solange made history by becoming the first woman to win the top prize at the prestigious Almasaif's Magic Festival in Spain. The competition was fierce, with magicians from all over the world vying for the coveted title, but Solange's performance was unmatched. Her blend of quick-change artistry and magic was something the judges had never seen before, and it earned her not only the top prize but also the respect of her peers. Winning the AGT'S Magic Festival was a watershed moment for Solange. It solidified her place as one of the top magicians in Europe and set the stage for her to pursue even bigger opportunities on the global stage. International success and awards. With her victory at the AGT'S Magic Festival, Solange's international career took off. She began performing at magic festivals and competitions around the world, from Europe to Asia and beyond. Her quick change act continued to evolve, incorporating more elaborate costumes, complex illusions, and even elements of dance and theater. In 2023, Solange achieved one of her most significant accomplishments yet, breaking the Guinness World Record for the most quick change illusions in 1 minute. The record-breaking performance took place on the Italian TV show Lo Show Day Record, and it solidified her status as one of the top quick change artists in the world. The achievement was particularly meaningful for Solange, as it was a testament to the years of hard work and dedication she had put into perfecting her craft. It was also a moment of personal triumph, as it honored the legacy of her father and grandfather, who had both played a crucial role in shaping her career. But despite the accolades and the international recognition, Solange remained focused on pushing the boundaries of her art. She was constantly looking for ways to innovate and keep her performances fresh and exciting. In addition to her quick change act, Solange began experimenting with new types of magic, from close-up magic to large-scale illusions. She wanted to show the world that she was more than just a one-trick magician. She was a versatile performer capable of delivering mind-blowing magic in a variety of forms. Her hard work paid off when she was invited to compete on the hit American television show America's Got Talent in 2024. For Solange, this was the opportunity of a lifetime, a chance to showcase her talents on one of the biggest stages in the world and potentially win over a whole new audience. America's Got Talent journey. When Solange stepped onto the stage of America's Got Talent in 2024, the air was thick with anticipation. The judges, including Simon Cowell, Heidi Klum, and Howie Mandel, had seen countless acts before, but none quite like Solange. As the opening notes of Madonna's Material Girl filled the theater, Solange launched into her quick change routine. The judges watched in amazement as she flawlessly transitioned from one outfit to another, each more elaborate than the last. By the time she reached the final costume, the audience was on their feet, and Simon Cowell himself declared, "That was magic." In the quarterfinals, Solange Kardinaly made viewers believe in magic as the quick change artist from Portugal delivered a mesmerizing performance like no other. It was so memorable, in fact, that American audiences decided to vote her into the live semi-final alongside dance group Brent Street and singer Praniska Mishra. Kardinaly, whose audition has since racked up millions of views online, hopes to accomplish two things through AGT: set an example for her son, Jason, and land a regular gig at one of the hottest entertainment centers in the world. "He motivates me to be a good magician, a good artist, a good mom. I want to be an example for him," she said ahead of the performance. "If I win $1 million, I want to give Jason the best life, and I have always dreamed of having my own show in Vegas. So, tonight is very important for me. I created a new act that is totally different from my audition because I want to surprise the audience and the judges. I hope they feel my magic again." Set to Blondie's Call Me, Kardinaly's mind-blowing showcase involved several outfit changes in the blink of an eye. Perhaps the most impressive bit of the whole thing was the moment where the magician stole a blue dress right off a poster of herself. "I was really looking forward to seeing you again tonight, and you really did not disappoint," gushed Heidi Klum. "I think that you're one of the best quick change artists we've ever had. America has only 3 votes, and I hope one of those 3 votes will go to you, because you deserve it." Sofia Vergara was next. "That was perfection. I loved the magic, the cards, the changing. Everything was so spot on. You looked so good doing it. It was fascinating." "The numbers don't lie," added Simon Cowell. "If you come on and suddenly, within a few weeks, nearly 500 million people have seen your audition, that tells me you have something special. I think this is a Vegas act. I genuinely do. I think along with my golden buzzer, this is by far the best act we've seen. If America does not vote you through, America is nuts," concluded Howie Mandel, correctly predicting that she'd make it past the quarterfinals and into the live semifinal. I believe that really soon, on the Las Vegas Strip, everybody's going to be going Solange Kardinaly room to see you, and your son is going to be so proud. You're beautiful. You're magical. You're amazing. I've said you're the best quick change artist. You're unique. Wow. As Solange Kardinaly heads into the highly anticipated semifinals of America's Got Talent, the buzz surrounding her performances has only grown louder. Her magical quick change act, blending elegance with jaw-dropping illusions, has left both the judges and audience spellbound at every turn, with Simon Cowell declaring her routine as pure magic and Howie Mandel calling her the best quick change artist we've ever seen. The excitement about her potential victory is undeniable. While the competition is fierce, Solange's unique blend of magic and theatrical flair sets her apart. As she prepares for the next round, her chances of taking the AGT crown seem stronger than ever. Fans are already rallying behind her, speculating that her talent, charisma, and ability to create mesmerizing moments could lead her to clinch the top spot. But with the semifinals looming, only time will tell if Solange's magic can carry her all the way to victory. Behind the curtain, Solange's personal life. While Solange's professional life was flourishing, her personal life was equally rich and fulfilling. In 2023, she married fellow magician Arcadio Jose Jimenez Rodriguez, a well-known magician in his own right. The couple had met years earlier at a magic festival, and their shared passion for the craft had brought them together. Together, they became a dynamic duo, often performing joint acts that showcased their unique talents. Their chemistry on stage was undeniable, and audiences loved watching the husband and wife team work their magic together. But their relationship wasn't just about magic, it was also about family. In 2015, the couple welcomed their son, Jason, into the world. Balancing parenthood with their demanding careers wasn't always easy, but Solange and Arcadio made it work. They often traveled with Jason, exposing him to the world of magic from a young age, just as Solange's father had done with her. Jason, though young, is already following in his parents' magical footsteps. At just 9 years old, Jason has begun performing magic tricks before live audiences and gaining a growing following on social media. His flair for illusion, much like his mother's, has captured the attention of fans, many of whom believe he might one day carry on the Kardinaly name in the world of magic. With a lineage steeped in magical tradition and a natural talent emerging at such a young age, Jason is already carving out his place in the world of illusion. His budding success only adds to the anticipation surrounding Solange's next AGT performance, where the possibility of her winning now holds even more weight as her legacy grows both on stage and off. Solange found joy in being a mother and wife, and she credited her family with keeping her grounded amid the pressures of her career. However, the demands of being a touring magician took a toll on her at times, and Solange struggled with anxiety and exhaustion. But through it all, her love for magic and her love for her family kept her going. Signature style and evolution. One of the things that sets Solange apart from other magicians is her unique approach to blending fashion with magic. Her quick change act was a perfect marriage of illusion and haute couture, with each costume change carefully choreographed to fit the theme of the performance. Over the years, Solange's style has continued to evolve, incorporating more elaborate costumes, intricate illusions, and even elements of dance and theater. She prides herself on constantly pushing the boundaries of what a magic act could be. Solange is also known for her attention to detail. Every aspect of her performances, from the lighting to the music to the costumes, is meticulously planned to create a seamless and unforgettable experience for her audience. Her ability to reinvent herself with each performance has kept her act fresh and exciting, and she has quickly become known as one of the most innovative magicians in the industry. The challenges of being a woman in magic. While Solange's rise to fame has been impressive, it wasn't without its challenges. As a woman in a male-dominated field, she has often faced skepticism and prejudice from her peers. Early in her career, some male magicians dismissed her as a novelty act, assuming that her success was due to her looks rather than her talent. But Solange didn't let the naysayers hold her back. She worked twice as hard to prove that she was more than just a pretty face, that she was a skilled and innovative magician in her own right. Over time, Solange's talent spoke for itself, and she earned the respect of her peers. but she remains an outspoken advocate for women in magic, encouraging more young women to pursue careers in the industry. Her success is a testament to her perseverance, and she has become a role model for aspiring female magicians around the world. Legacy and future. As Solange's career continued to flourish, she began thinking about her legacy and the impact she wanted to leave on the world of magic. She knew that she had already achieved so much, but there was still more she wanted to do. In addition to performing, Solange Kardinaly found a new passion beyond the spotlight: mentoring young magicians. She understood the value of nurturing emerging talent, recognizing how much the guidance of her father and grandfather had shaped her own career. With this in mind, Solange began sharing her expertise and experience with the next generation of performers, offering mentorship that went beyond technical skills. Her mentoring style focused not only on mastering illusions and quick-change artistry, but also on the nuances of showmanship, stage presence, and the importance of developing a unique identity in the competitive world of magic. Solange believed that magic was as much about storytelling as it was about sleight of hand, and she encouraged her protégés to embrace their creativity, pushing them to find their own voice and style in the craft. Through workshops, one-on-one coaching sessions, and even online tutorials, Solange became a role model for aspiring magicians, particularly young women who saw in her a trailblazer in an industry still largely dominated by men. Her willingness to share her knowledge freely made her a beloved figure within the magic community, with many of her students going on to perform in local and international shows, crediting Solange for helping them find their footing in the world of illusion. Her mentorship extended to collaborations with magic schools and festivals, where she would often host masterclasses, teaching not only the tricks of the trade but the discipline and perseverance required to succeed in the demanding world of professional magic. In these spaces, she aimed to inspire confidence in young magicians, reminding them that with dedication and innovation, they too could achieve the kind of career longevity and global recognition she had attained. For Solange, mentoring wasn't just about giving back. It was also a way to keep the art of magic evolving, ensuring that new generations would continue to push the boundaries of what was possible on stage. She saw the future of magic in the hands of the youth, and she took pride in knowing that her influence would live on through the performers she had guided, making her mark on the magical world not just through her own performances, but through the magicians she helped shape. She also started working on a book about her life and career, hoping to inspire others with her story. Looking ahead, Solange remains focused on pushing the boundaries of her craft and continuing to innovate. Whether performing on stage or behind the scenes, she is determined to leave a lasting mark on the world of magic. And with each new performance, she is one step closer to cementing her place in history as one of the greatest magicians of her time.